So now let's see about how to add the HTML links. So for that, let me like open a new page for you guys. How to add here HTML links. So let's see. So the one way is it can be A or H1 or H6. Between the H1 to H6, anything is fine. So let's see how to add a link. So Apple. Now what happens here is I'm gonna type href equal to, and I'm gonna type the complete URL here. So this is how you add a link. So now let's see what else we can do with this link. So in HTML links there is something called as the target attribute. So target actually opens where the link should take the user, and self, if you use self, it's a default, it will open the document in the same window. Blank, it opens the document in a new window. Or parent, it opens the document in the parent frame. Or top opens the full body of the window. So how your link should be opened, you can actually use it. So let me like tell it right now. So this is a normal thing. So you can actually use it in target or self or blank or parent or top. You can use it either. So now I'll explain it to you. So how to use the target? So now let's see like how to use the target right now. Okay, so I'll give an example right now. A Apple. Okay, now I'm going to use the href, and the URL. The URL is like https www.apple.com. So this is the target, right? So this is the general link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use target. I'm going to add target here. Target is equal to, I'm in double quotes. Okay, now I'm going to give blank underscore blank. So what happens if I give blank? If I give blank, the documents will open in a new window. So the link will open in a new window. So that's the reason we are giving blank. Okay, and the second format is self. So what happens if we use self? Let me tell you. Instead of blank, I'm going to use self here. So if I use self, the document in the same window or tab as it was clicked. Okay, so the link will open in a same window. So if you click a blank, it will open in a new window. If you click self, if you are actually using target as self, it will open the same window. So let me like use C right now, which is parent. Okay, let me copy it. So instead of self, I'm giving parent as a target. So if I use parent, what happens? The document will be open in a parent frame. Okay, so now let's move on. So I'm gonna type the next one, which is top. So what happens if I use top? So if I use top instead of parent, I mean underscore top. So you should always use underscore for the target. Don't forget it. If you use top, the document will be using the whole body of the window. So these are the types that we can open the URLs. So this is how to add a HTML links. So I'm going to save this and I'm going to use it. Before that, I will convert the file into a HTML one. Probably let me add body as well. Okay, so now let's save this file. I will save it as links.html. You can save it as HTML or HTML, both are same. Okay, now let's see what are the different types that we can open a link. So this is the links. So we have all the links here. So the first type is actually blank. So if we use a blank, what happens? It will open the document in a new window or a new tab. So I'm clicking it. So it is opening in a new tab. Okay, it's a new window, right? It has opened a new tab right there. So I was in another tab. This is the okay, this is the document. So let me like zoom it out. The first one is blank. Okay, let me like zoom it out a little bit. So first one is blank. What the blank does is it will open it in a new window. I'm clicking on it. You can see that it has opened in a new window. Okay. So now the second one is self. What happens is it will open it in a same window. Okay, you can see I can actually go back because it has opened it in a same window. But in the previous one, it has opened in a new window, which is blank. And the third one is parent. Parent is, it opens the document in a parent frame. Let me click on it. So it is actually opening it in a parent frame of a new window. Oh, actually the parent is not actually opening in a new window. It's actually opening in the same window with a parent page, which is a new page. So this is the parent frame right here. So it is opening in a parent frame. So next one is top. It actually opens full body of the window. So the complete body is opened right now, right? So that's how you use the top. But you might have a confusion between parent and top because it does the same thing what a blank does or what a self does. Because when I click on a blank, it actually opens in a new tab. Look, it's a new tab. There is no back page button. But when I use self, it is actually opening the same in a same window. I have a backspace, I mean back button. But you might have a confusion between parent and top. Even parent has a back button and top has a back button. But what's the difference here is parent opens a document in the parent frame and the top opens a document in a full body of the window. Even if I like minimize it, look, I'm minimizing it. If I click on the top, what happens? It's actually opening it in a full body. It's not in a minimized form. So that's what they're trying to say here. So you will get more clarity on if you're using it in your real life. So this is how you can use the links in HTML. So now let's see how to use image as a link in HTML. Now let's go back to the document that we are using. Okay. Now let's see how to use image as a link here. How to use image as a link in HTML. Let's see that. Okay. So for that, what we have to do is let's create an A. Let's name it as Apple. Okay. Now what we can do is we can use the URL here, href, which is the URL. And src source should be the image what we have. So I have an Apple image, so I'm going to use it. So this is how you can create a image as a clickable link. So I'm going to change the height and width as well. The height might be like 300 pixels and same for the width. And if the image is not available in the destination, I can give the alternative, which is an apple should be here. Okay, so this is how you can use a image as a clickable link. So I'm saving this document. I'm going to open this document, which is named as links. Okay, it's actually showing the link apple. Okay, what did I do wrong? Okay. So what I have to do is I should add an extra thing. So the A should not be mixed with the image. Image should be like different from A. Yes. So let's add a semicolon, but it's not necessary, but it's better if we add. Let me save it. Let's go to the links. Okay, so there's an Apple image. If I click on the Apple image, it is taking me to the Apple website. So how to use image as a link in a HTML? So this is the Apple image, right? I'm clicking on it. Now it is taking me to the website. So how to do this? The first thing is, if you write a, then the name will be like Apple. So you can actually use the name as Apple, or you cannot. You can skip it. It's your wish. And what you can do is, inside the A you can add the href, which will take you to the URL, and then you can use the image next to the link, like how you use the image. And you can use it. So you can also use a target here. Okay, so this is how to use Apple, and you can also click on the same, it will work as well. You can also click on the Apple, it will work as well. But if you want either one to work, you can take anything off. You can take the word off, and you can save it. Now you cannot see the word, you can see just the picture Apple. If you click on it, it will work. Boom, this is how you do it. So this is how to turn an image into a workable link in HTML. So let's move on. So now how to create a sending an email button in HTML. So let's see how to create it. Sending an email, click on link. So I'm giving a line space and a horizontal line, actual line. So how to add an email address in a HTML. Let's see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use A, but you can use H1 to H6, doesn't matter. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to like contact via email. So I'm going to go inside this. I'm going to add the href as usual, and I'm going to write the email address like contact apple.com, like complete email address like https www.contactapple.com. So what happens is, if I save it and if I go to the links, you will have a link. If I click on it, what happens is it will take you to your login email. Let's click on it. It has taken you to the Apple website because there is no such thing. Because let me like search the real Apple email. There should be one, right? There's no like contact. There should be an email address to contact, right? There's this thing. There's a support page, but there's no actually email page. Oh, this is a Twitter page. Like contact us. Okay, they don't have an email actually. Yeah, they don't have an email to write emails to them. I think for Sony, there will be like a image like contact Sony through email. So actually Microsoft has one. It does. Actually, nobody has an email to write. What's wrong with these people? Oh my god. I think Sony has one. Oh, it has live chat, doesn't have an email. Oh my dear lord. Nobody has an email nowadays. Okay, I'm not gonna waste my time by searching the emails of these people. So what happens is, if you type the right email here, then that link, if you like open your web browser, what happens is actually if you click like contact via email, what happens is it will take you to your personal email inbox, and automatically the to address will be the link of the email address that what you have mentioned in the HTML document over here, and you can send the email. So I cannot show that because I'm on a live right now. I cannot hide my personal emails and show it to you, but you can try it on your home. What you can do is you can actually have an email here. If your friend has an email address like xyz at gmail webpage.com, but you should actually include HTTPS and this icon, I mean like :/www dot and your friend's username at whatever service provider he has and .com. Only then it will work. It will take you to your personal email, and in the to section this will be there, and you can send an email. So this is how to send an email in the HTML. So you can try it on your own. Let me move on to the next one. So how to create a button as a link. So let's see how to create a button as a link. Okay, now let's see. So I'm going to create a button here. Okay, so I have created a button here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on name for the button, Apple. So the rest is on click, and then it should be like document dot location equal to and single quotes. If you're actually using double quotes here, you can use single quotes here. If you're using single quotes here, use double quotes here. It's vice versa. Anything is workable. So you can, if you have a document, you can open it here. So the document is actually in an ASP file. I'm gonna use some HTML file. I don't know, will it work? Maybe. Okay, let me like save it. I've saved it, so I'm gonna refresh it. So here's a button. So while I'm clicking, it should take me to the page. Since it is not stored in a right format, it's actually not opening. So that's how you can use a button, guys. So creating a button is this simple, but the document I should spend some time to create one. So this is how to create a button, but you can actually see that there's a button that we have created here. There's a button of Apple, right? It's a clickable button, but the file destination is not working, so we can work on it later on. Moving to the next topic. So what happens if you like click on a link? There are like three colors that you can actually add. The first is there will be a color to a link, and if you place your cursor over a link, it will turn the color. If you click on the link, it will turn into another color. So how to do that? How to create colors for the link? Let's see that. Okay. To do that, I'm gonna use an external CSS because it can be only achieved through that, or an internal CSS, but it's not achievable through the inline CSS. But I'm gonna use the external CSS right now. https www.apple.com. Okay, so how to change this as a clickable link? So I'm gonna tell you about one more thing, which is div. Div is something you can actually give a different name, like Apple. So instead of, if you're having multiple A's, how can you work on CSS? If you want to change a color of a particular A, it will not change. It will change the color of every A's, right? So that there comes the concept of div, where you can call the div name instead of calling the A. Okay, I'm gonna add a, okay, I think, oh, the external is not linked. We like link it. I'm gonna copy it. Okay, you can see the link relative path is style sheet, h reference is coloring.css. So I'm going to the coloring. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call the div apple. So for that, what I want to do is I can type an hash and apple. I think the apple is in like small letters. Okay, okay, now everything is same, rest of the thing is same. So while we are using div, you should actually use the hash. You should not forget it. So what we can do is we can use the colon here and we can type link, and the rest is same, like color, background color, or I think background is not necessary. Okay, now for the timely purpose we can use this red. I mean, I don't want to like use the background color as well, because I wanted to show how to use the different colors in a link. So this is one thing, and the next thing is again apple. Now what I'm going to use is visitor, and I'm going to change it like yellow. Third thing is apple, then hover, and the same. Okay, let me like save this one right now. So what happens is the link color will be in red, and when I'm placing my cursor over it, it will turn into yellow, and after I clicked at the link, it will turn into green. So this is what will happen right now. So I'm going to the links and I'm saving it. Oh my god, it has turned every apple. Oh, actually there's an apple right there. I didn't know that. Okay, let's change the name of the div. Harry Potter. So I have changed the name right now. Okay, I guess it is fine. Why still? Oh my dear lord, something is wrong right now. Every apple has the background. Okay. Link visited hover. Okay, everything was like pretty clean. I don't know what went wrong. I should actually add one more thing, which is active. Okay. Okay. Now let's try it. Now what's wrong? Okay, let me go to the links document and check it. Okay, pretty much everything is good here. Okay, actually the thing is doesn't work. I think it's problem in the div. Instead of div, I should try something else. Okay, now I have found what went wrong. So what wrong did I do is, so this thing is completely wrong. This is how we should use the div. What I want to do is, uh, actually, instead of using a, uh, I have to use div, and I have to use class here, and the rest is same. So this is how to do it, and here we can actually use dot instead of hashtag. So that's what went wrong. So we are good right now. So you can see the apple is in black color. When I am placing my cursor over it, now it's turning into a yellow color. Now it's in yellow color because my cursor is in front of, or my cursor is over the apple. So now it's in black. When I'm placing my cursor over the apple, now it's in yellow. When I'm clicking it, you can see when the click is active, now it's turning into silver color. So this is what happens, and after the link is clickable, it will take you to the apple.com. It should actually take you to the apple.com, but it didn't do that. But the multiple colors is actually working, but the link is not working. I don't know what went wrong. That's the name of the apple.com, right? href. If I take this semicolon, will it work? Okay, so this is working. So if I'm placing over it, it's turning into yellow. If I'm clicking it, it is turning into silver. And after clicking it, it should take me to the apple.com, but that is not working. What went wrong? The nation wants to know. Let me search it and find it out. It should actually work right. Everything is right. What went wrong? Would I have to use target? Still, it's not working. Why? I think something should be wrong. Okay, let me like open a new document. Okay, we like do it here. So I'm creating a new CSS file here. So now let's save it as hello.css file, saving it, and I'm gonna give the link hello.css. So I'm gonna save this hello.html. So now what I want is, if I hover over the apple, now the color should change into yellow. If I'm clicking on it, it should change into silver, and after visiting the same, it should change into green, and the link should be in red color. So let's do it. Okay, so now this is in black. Still it's not working. I don't know what's wrong with this. Okay, let me like figure it out right now. Okay, something is wrong here. Let me like figure it out. Give me a moment. Yeah, I think I have found some potential answer for our question right now. But what we can do is, I can change this into a. Instead of div, I can use a, and I can save this, and can take this. Now it should work, but I don't know like how to work on div. So now we can see the color is in green, and clicking it, it is turning into silver, and now the link is opening right now. So first the link should be in red, then first the link should be in red, then while clicking on it, it should be in silver, then after clicking on it, then it should turn into green. So this is how it should be. Now let's see it right now. Oh my dear Lord. Something is wrong. I don't know what. So this is the HTML, right? Okay. So I guess it should be inside the body. Let's save it. So this is the HTML document. So doctype HTML head. Yeah, head, that's fine. This is the body. That's fine. And this is the body, this is the HTML. So we have created a link to the hello.css, and inside the body we have a which actually take us to the .com of Apple, which is having a link here. And now this is the style sheet of A. The link color should be in red. While I'm clicking on it, it should be in silver. While I have visited the same, it should be in green. So while I'm hovering over it, it should be in tomato. Then after that, if I go to my home page and I click on hello, it is not working still. After I've done everything, it's not working. I don't know why. Can I create another one? Okay. Now let's do it like this. I'm copying everything and I'm placing it in some new HTML file, and I'm going to name this as horse. Okay. I'm going to save this. Now I'm going to copy all this cascading style sheet thing, and I'm going to copy this. I'm going to have a new file. I'm going to paste it over here, and I'm going to save this as horse.css, and I'm going to save this as horse.html. So I want to change here as well. Let me save this. Now let's see it's gonna work or not. Let's go to the horse. Okay. So what's the color of the link? It's actually red. Why doesn't green? Oh, I have already visited the same, so that's the reason it isn't green. Okay. I guess so. So now I'm clicking on it. But when I'm hovering over it, it should turn it into yellow, right? It didn't turn. What's wrong with this? Okay, let me like try something else. Let's save it. Let's save it. Going to the same. So now you can see that the link color is in red, right? So it is in red. So while I'm hovering over it, the color should be turned into tomato. So that's what happening while I'm hovering it. Okay, now it's working actually. Okay, now the color is in red. While I'm placing my cursor over it, which is I'm hovering over the letter, now it is turning into tomato. While I'm clicking on it, it is turning into silver. So I have visited the page, right? Now it has turned into green. Okay, this is working, guys. Actually, we have already visited Apple so many times, so that's the reason I thought it didn't work. Actually, it is working because since I have visited the Apple so many times, it is showing in green. Okay, now I come to know how to. Okay, this is how you actually use different colors in link, guys. So you can set the link color while you're placing your cursor over the link. You can choose what color it should be. At the time of clicking the link, you can choose what color it should be, and after visiting the link, you can choose what color it should turn. So this is how you can actually turn the colors. Okay, that's great.